there. Let's make Christmas. Just the entire holiday. Let's make it. Yeah, so the way I have my cameras set up, I cannot see myself in the screen unless I move very far left or right. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, hi! Thank you very much for following! Zodiac Moon. That's a cool name. I like that. How you doing today? You guys are so fast. My goodness, I just started. So we are making stockings. Ugh. At least one stocking, I should say. It depends how long it takes us to make. So we're gonna take. Well, let's see the stockings I have already. These are just store-bought ones that I really liked. They're not mine. I borrowed them from family, so I think they're very cute. This one's got pink fur. I really like the pink fur. It's got little balls. And then there's this one. This one's technically mine. Of course it is. It's got the animal print. I love it. It's got this really long, like, flicati shag fur. I really like that. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take one of these stockings and just copy the pattern and use it to make our own. Lurk! Hey, fella. Thank you. Yeah, so looking at these, they're both pretty fluffy, but this one is barely any fluff at all. It's only a little bit, and it's very short up here. So let's use this one. I think this will be the easiest to copy the pattern from. Very well. I will make you a pie. I owe Fella a pie for his birthday. An Oreo pie, specifically. Alright, so, this part's totally optional if you want to, like, fold this up or not. Basically, hey, how you doing? We're making stuff today, so it's not a game, unfortunately. I don't know whether that's a good or a bad thing for you, but I know, it's so cute. This is Fel's stocking. It's not mine, but and this one's my sister's, this pink fluffy one. And this one's mine, of course. This one, yeah. Oh, you're so nice. You have a stocking? Well, you better find out soon. This is your stocking, because there's gonna be stuff in there come Christmas Day. So yeah, whether you have a stocking that has lots of fluff like this, or it's normal, whatever. Just choose one, and we'll trace the pattern. If you can fold this up, but it doesn't matter if you don't. I'm just gonna do it because it'll be a little easier to see. Poor Phil. I have a stocking? Oh! Well, thank you! I'm excited. I've been wanting to do this forever. Yeah, so I could make my own pattern, but why do that when you could just steal somebody else's, right? Don't do that, actually. Okay. It's okay to borrow patterns, but it's not okay to steal ones from online. Let's put it like that. Alright, so here's our fur. Ugh. I've got lots of furs, but I decided to just go very basic with this pretty red. Art theft, right? I don't feel like getting into the ins and outs of art theft right now. So this is a really pretty fur. It's already like, I think it was called weasel fur, but it's kind of short already. It's kind of like bunny fur, but a little bit thinner. Anyways, yeah, this is perfect, because I hate shaving fur. I hate it so much. So we're gonna use that. Oh no, the cops are on their way. The art cops. And I've got some luxury fox, or Arctic fox, depends on where you buy it. And this is just plain white. Very pretty. I like it. Figby! Figby is here. Here's the man. Okay, so let's do this. I need paper. So I usually have this Bristol board stuff that's like it's like a really big sheet of cardstock, basically. And I love tracing patterns onto it because it's a lot easier than this really flimsy paper. But I ran out. And I didn't have time to run to the store and get some more, so we're using paper. That's fine. I feel like most people doing this would only have normal paper anyways, so maybe it's easier to follow. So what are you guys doing today? I woke up real late. Okay, so basically to trace this pattern, we have to have enough paper to cover underneath. So I'm just gonna take some tape and just tape some pages together however I need to, make sure I can trace the whole pattern. There we go. This should do. Right? Right. Why is this such a wide foot? Ugh. There we go. I'll do it like this. Okay. I found it's easier if you, like, try to match up the edges flat like this rather than overlapping in awkward ways, because then when you tape it together on the top, the bottom side still has this flap and it kind of gets everywhere. I mean, it's doable, but it's the easiest way I've found is just line up the edges here and then tape it like that. You were up till 5 a.m., then woke up at 2 and started studying for finals. Dear Lord! You want your semester to be over so bad. Yeah, I don't blame you. Ugh! I mean, surely it's almost over, right? Ugh! I feel so bad. Ugh! The poor people, you guys that are in school. Ugh! Like, school is pain. Is there a specific subject that gives you the most trouble right now? Like, maybe it's a lot of homework, or it's just too much studying or something, or is it just everything? Just everything suffering? Oh, yours ends this week! Oh, yours ends this week. That's right. So you have to quickly finish like any back assignments or whatever you might have, right? I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh, that sucks. Alright, so I can't get the camera zoomed out all the way to get the whole foot. But, yeah. This is a big foot. Wonder what size this is. Because, okay. Looking at the foot itself, like the foot part, it's not that huge. Like, maybe 9? Like a 9 women's? But the thing is, the ankles, like, this is like... This is very big in comparison to the size of the foot. It's like, it's not a sock, it's like a full-on huge giant boot. You know I need to try this on. I really do. I feel like everyone needs to try on a stocking once. Alright. How do I look? I can't even get it up. I mean, it's big, but it's not unbearably big. It's alright. It'd be better if it was made with more fur. I mean, hear me out. High heel Christmas stocking. I kind of love that idea, actually. Is it wrong if I love that idea? I feel like we should do that. It'd be so cursed. You could stick, like, little snacks or something down at the bottom of the high heel right here. I'm not sure, because it might depend on school, but some schools, okay, when I was in college, at least, if I had a D, it was a pass, unless it was, like, a specific, like, if it was related to your major. Like, any animation classes for me, I had to get a B-, but general ed, as long as I had a D, it passed, so hopefully that's like that for you, too, so you don't, like, fail out some classes, because nobody needs to ace the general ed, right? I mean, come on now. Yeah, I'm just tracing this on the paper now. I got smart and I used a pencil this time, because I don't want to accidentally, like, use a Sharpie and mark up this nice stocking, even if it is inside out, which, actually this isn't, so. beautiful idea, right? If it had a better base, it would be a decent boot. It's actually not that bad, right? Like, I thought it was gonna be really bad when I went to put it on, but it was actually okay. Definitely not the best pattern for something that I would wear in public, but I've seen worse. Have you guys seen those, like, ridiculously huge stockings at the store? I don't see them that often, but when I do, it makes me laugh. Okay, so I traced all the way around this, so the only other thing I want to do is, make sure I mark right where this line is. The fur line, I guess. So I'm just gonna draw a line on either side here. A general passing system would be so nice. Unfortunately, the math class is for my minor. No! Oh, gosh. I am so sorry. It's gotta be a math class, doesn't it? Forget school, though. Christmas stocking! Right? I'm 100% gonna make a Figby Christmas stocking. I just wanted to kind of make a really nice, cute red and white basic one on stream. But, I'm totally making a Figby one. It's gonna be lime green. I'm gonna have, like, the cream and the... Where is he? That man. He's gonna be made into a stocking. I'm gonna take his fur and just... Alright, so if your stocking happened to be, sometimes they're, like, stuck here. You can't fold them up. If it happens to be folded down and it's sewn on or whatever, still make that marking right where the top is, right here. So you can see the marking right here I put on either side. And, then you can move it up here. See how tall it is to me, and you can continue to do another mark here. Hopefully that makes sense. But either way, you'll have this, you'll have the full foot pattern down here, and then up here you'll have like that fur rectangle. Boo, math, right? Oh, dude. I was cursed because... Yeah, Phil. I was cursed because I had a really hard math teacher. Like, in high school, I had a really hard math teacher. And she was a really nice woman, but man, her class was hard. And as soon as I finished high school, I was like, man, I mean, she's a nice woman and all, but I'm glad to never have to see her again because it'll bring up memories of this really hard math class. And then, what happens? But my sister marries her son. And now, Fel, the man, through him, I still have to see my math teacher. And I still get flashbacks to how hard that class was. And it never ends. Hey, Carbon Dragon, how you doing? Yeah, Fel's gonna come over and strangle me now. I'm gonna turn down my mic a little bit because it's blowing out. I'm just a little bit too loud for my own good. Testing. A little more. There we go. Okay. I'm still too loud. Oh, hold on. I think I'm back. Sorry, guys. I had to go off for a second because Fel was strangling me.
Don't do it again.
Okay. Totally not my internet cutting out. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I'm so sorry. My internet is just garbage. It decides to cut out whenever it pleases. I was saying, I like Carbon Dragon's little dragon he just sent. It's really cute. A very long dragon. Hey, Petfers, how you doing? If you're still here after that cutout. Oh, that was pain. I'm sorry. Alright, so here's our very long pattern. It looks kind of like Missing No, if you know what I mean. Cool. So I know you can't really see it that well because it is just pencil. So I'm gonna go over it with Sharpie. Yeah, I'll use my Sharpie this time. All right. So now's the fun part. Okay, think back to elementary school, right? When you were in elementary school and they, like, printed out a piece of paper with just a stocking on it. Like, hang on. Best stocking. Alright, so in elementary school, they'd print out something like this and they'd be like, decorate it! And they'd give you, like, sparkles and glues and, like, little stickers and colors. You'd be able to decorate it however you want. That's what we're doing, basically, but a real stocking now. We got a real stocking. Although it's upside down. I'm festive, yay! I know, I've got my dinosaurs. Of course, my pants are still just standard pajama pants, but what are you gonna do? How you doing? Hope you're having a good afternoon, evening, morning. I don't really know where everybody's from. I know Lulu's from Germany, so whenever they come in, it's because I'm probably streaming very late at night, and it's a normal hour for them, but everybody else, I don't really know where you guys are from, so there we go. So you guys probably don't have to do a second trace over like I am right now. I'm just doing it so on stream you guys can actually see the pattern. I'm just saying, you threatened to end her and then the stream cut out. Yeah, Avengers is calling out Phil. That's exactly what happened, I'm sure of it. Alright. Hopefully you guys can see it a little bit better now. The actual stocking shape. You know, if you don't have a stocking pattern, I mean, doing it the way I'm doing it, just copying another stocking that you already own, totally works. That's what I'm doing, man. I mean, that's how I get a lot of patterns. Like, if I'm making a t-shirt or something, I'll just choose one of my favorite cuts of t-shirt, and I'll just trace it. Usually I'll turn it inside out, though, in case I accidentally, like, marker or pen it or something, but probably should be careful to not do that. My mom said in elementary school we had to color in fish, and your teacher reported to my mom that you were trying to draw eyeballs on the back of the paper because fish have 2 eyes. That's amazing! That's adorable. That's so creative, too. Like, as a kid, I would have, like... Let me draw a fish. I only know how betas look, because I have, like, 20. Not really, I have, like, 2. There. They have little fins. And they have this undying stare of a face. Okay, so you have a fish here, right? Oh, it's gotta have a top fin. There. Yeah, it's some kind of a fish. That's so smart. Like, as a kid, I would have put both eyes on the front, but you're saying you put one on the back. That's smart, man. You are a smart kid. Jeez. I never would have thought of that. That's good. You're in my time zone. Let's see. I wonder which wall. I bet you live in the Sonic, You live in the Sonic up there. That's the same family, right? Rats, hedgehogs. I have no idea what kind of mammal family a hedgehog is in, actually. Let me catch up on the chat real fast. Fell. Oh no. Darn. It's a sure shame that Fell doesn't have time for a break to come and murder me. Oh, that's funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, you are so smart. Like, that's something I never would have even tried until, like... I mean, that's something I do now, is where I hold it up against the light to see the backing, to see if it's symmetrical. Like, why teachers try to rush you? I mean, I kind of understand, but I don't think it's a good thing. especially when it comes to art. Teachers need to give you more time. I remember getting rushed in art too, but dang, you're like an artistic genius at the age of whatever you were. Me and Sonic are bros. Yeah, right? You guys are just over there. I'm gonna put like a little rat next to him, just like you guys are together all the time. No, I did not. You know, honestly, Avengers, it was probably you. Somebody told me to watch the new trailer, and I just didn't yet, and I should. I'm very curious. Because, you know, I'm very much a Sonic person, even though 90% of his games are just awful. Alright, so now I'm just gonna cut out this pattern. I love Sonic stuff anyways. Eventually they'll get it right. Right? I think that's what all Sonic fans say. If you make tons of games, eventually one of them will not be bad. Hopefully. Alright, so you might notice that this is kind of a weird shape right up here. How it goes like straight and then it kind of right here specifically bends. That's on purpose, I'm sure, because when you fold it down, you want it to be able to actually like fit against this curve here. So even if it seems kind of like there's a weird dent or something, just go along with the pattern because 90% of the time it's on purpose. If you see something that's kind of, you don't understand why it's shaped that way. There we go. Oh, you told me it was a thing, and but you didn't demand me to watch. You should have demanded me to watch it. So, I have some friends at a local game store. We became friends because I went to the local game store, and I just kept going there, and now we're all bros. But, yeah, so I told them, one time I was in there, I told them I was looking for a red Wii, and you know, these wonderful boys, they messaged me, they're like, hey, we got a red Wii in and we saved it for you. And I'm like, that's so nice. And so I went to pick it up and it happened to be the night of the Game Awards, so they were watching that. And I was like, oh, I probably should watch that as like an avid gaming fan, right? But yeah, so that's why I missed the Gaming Awards. I was too busy picking up a red Wii. I can't wait. I'm gonna soft mod it so I can play all the games that I can't play anymore. Like, basically I accidentally fried my old Wii, so I can't play any of my games anymore. Like, my Pokemon Ranch, which unfortunately had a lot of Pokemon on there. And, ooh, what was I playing last? I was playing Pokemon Rumble. Oh, that's actually a great game. I love that game. Yeah, lots of good games. Mario Kart 64 I had on there, Ocarina of Time. All my games gone. And you know how the Wii is ancient, right? It doesn't save what you bought to like a file or anything. So hopefully if I homebrew my new red Wii, I can play my games again. There we go. So you can see that slight awkward kink up here. I'm gonna leave it. It's probably supposed to be there for a reason. Rumble is the best, right? Oh, I love it. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind in the chat. Let me catch up. You demand I watch it. Yeah, thank you. I needed that. I just needed one person to demand me to watch the Sonic trailer. You keep seeing the kid who sells you video games at Walmart everywhere you go now. That's kind of creepy. That's funny. I don't know, it was just acting really slow and bizarre, so maybe it wasn't my fault, but, I've taken apart consoles many times before, so I did that, I cleaned it out, gave it a good clean, put it back together, and now it just doesn't work at all, so, it's kind of my fault, but it wasn't acting right before that anyways. So I don't know how to repair consoles, but I do know how to take them apart and clean them. I don't know how to, like, tell when connections are bad or if capacitors are blown. I don't know how to solder things, so usually I'll just take them apart, clean them, and put them back together every time I get a new console or if mine get really dusty. So I don't think it was me, because I know what I'm doing to a point. But, I don't know. I guess I broke it. Alright, so, right. Hang on just a second. So the part I drew for, the line of where this starts, I accidentally cut that off, so let me fix this real fast. Okay. So right here and right here. Here's where the line goes. Okay, so I had to redraw that line because I accidentally cut it off. Ugh. I'm going to use my ruler to make a nice straight line. Oh, shoot. Gotta flip that over. Forgot I had my full name on that. This is my college ruler, the one that I went through art school with, and everybody had the same ruler from the campus shop, so everybody just wrote their names on the back. You've taken apart your GameCube completely 5 times. It's a puzzle. Dude, that's the one that I had the most trouble with. But it was the most fun, too. I love Legos. I love, like, building sets. I like any kind of, like, those robotic kits. Those are so fun. I just love it. I do. I like the puzzle aspect of it. But yeah, the GameCube is not the easiest one. That's why you're taking IT. Do it! You can fix everybody's consoles that they accidentally fry. Okay. Cool. So before I get any further on this, I'm gonna write a B on these, just for back, so I know which side is the back. Because if I start to flip this over and mess it up, which side, that might not be good. So I know which side is the back. And here's the front. Okay, so here's the main stocking piece, and here is the top piece. So the fun thing about this is it's just a rectangle, and we can make it one long strip. This one, not so much. We should probably just cut out 2 and sew them together. Oh, thank you. I don't get that a lot. Nobody says that I'm cool or that I'm a woman. No, just kidding. Thank you. That was very nice to say. That it gives me hope that I'm not the lamest person in the world. What compelled you to take it apart the first time, Avengers? Yeah, that's a good question. Did you just take it apart because it's dirty also? Because, yeah, GameCubes are pretty old. Whether you got it as a kid or you got it used, it's likely to need cleaning. Ugh. So anytime I work with a huge amount of fur like this, it's easier on the floor, but I managed to get my better lighting set up, but it's all set up here for the desk, and I don't want to move to the floor. Alright, so you may notice that this is a little bit weird. It's got a knit backing, so let me hold it up close so you can see it. The only trouble with this is that it sheds a little bit more when you cut it. Other than that, just treat it like a normal fur backing. Basically the same thing. But, usually if you buy a specifically knit backing fur, they will mention it in the description of whatever website. I'm pretty sure this is from fursuitsupplies.com. It was $5 and had Wind Waker in it? What? What? Dude. It costs like $5 to get a broken for parts one. How did you get one that was working for like $5 with a game in it? What even? How long ago was that? I need to know. Yeah, see, that's my question. Was it working? Alright, this is kind of a huge thing to try to fit on my desk here. Darn, guys, I might have to move to the floor. This is just too big. It is too big. Alright, give me a hot second. We get to move to the floor. GameCube, we get to move to the floor. Alright. Not as bright, not as exciting, but it is big enough. Look at that little stocking. Aw. I'm down here. Okay, So this is 2 yards, in case you were curious. This is a huge amount of fur. And not that huge if you're a fursuit maker, but for normal people to have this amount of fur, it's a lot. Alright. So just make sure you know which way it's facing. So I have the fur facing down this way, so I'm going to make sure the boot is facing that way too. Normally I would draw an arrow which way the fur should go. I guess I should do that, but I'm just going to follow this flat edge. Like, there's like a grain on this. Let's see if I can get close enough. You can kind of see there's like a grain going this way and this way. So I can use this grain to follow to put this flat edge against. So that's how I can make sure that it's not like tilted like this. I just follow the grain. So I don't really need an arrow on it. Oh, it worked at it as is, but you had to buy the cables. Dang, that's a really great price. That's actually amazing. I wish I could get another GameCube. My childhood GameCube, it's on its way out. I don't know what it is, but if I play it for more than 1 hour, it crashes. Every time. I took it apart, I cleaned it, I had somebody replace the laser. It was one of my friends, but, no matter what, maybe I just need a new GameCube. Maybe there's something wrong with it, but it's probably just old. So now if I want to play a GameCube game, I use my Wii, which I totally didn't fry. Alright, so normally I would use a black, what's it called? Pencil. A colored pencil, black colored pencil, or a marking pencil. But I'm just gonna use a Sharpie today, because I feel like it. So if you use a Sharpie, that's fine. I mean, it's a lot easier to write a Sharpie on backing of fur than a colored pencil, because colored pencil is like, but it's fine. Either way it'll work. Just make sure if you do use a Sharpie, you cut off the Sharpie, because if you include the Sharpie, in your pattern, like when you sew it together, like if it's all done and it has Sharpie on there, and you go to wash it later, it'll bleed. Like, so if you're gonna use Sharpie, you gotta cut it off, if that makes sense. Which I will show you guys. Boot! You probably can't even see it. Ugh, that's fine. Alright, so do one boot, and then flip it over and do the other side. You ever just want to be Santa? I know I do. What about your Christmas present? Which one? Oh, guys, check out this tail. This is totally random. I'm sorry. Check out this tail from my friend. So I have a friend named Cyrus, and they're a little bit younger than me. They're my brother's age. They're a band together. But anyways, Cyrus basically runs my Discord server for me. So every once in a while, I'll make them like a fursuit piece. Once I made them hand paws. This time I'm making them a tail for their costume, and I really like the way this works. And so I got out this red fur, and I was like, hey, wait, I should use that for the stockings. It worked out. So it was nice. I didn't have to dig out 2 different furs. I dug out the one nice red weasel fur, and now it's just, I don't have to dig out more. One of the hardest things for me is finding furs that I own. I'm not kidding when I say I have over 30 bins of fur. Like, big bins. Like these, over 30. And they're stacked up to the ceiling. And that's all in my storage room. And it's just, dear Lord. I didn't expect the life of a fursuit maker to be easy, but I also didn't expect to need a whole room just for storage. Right? Alright, I'm sorry guys, hang on. I'm almost done down here. Oh, I hate the floor. Mr. Krabs having to eat his giant pill every day. Oh, I hate the pill. Alright. Let's get back up in the light. I'm done with the darkness. The darkness of the floor. Ugh. Yeah, probably do need a new GameCube, unfortunately, but at least the Wii I have now, the new red Wii works fine, and it will play the GameCube games, and that's just what I've been using for many years to play my GameCube games, because they've just been crashing on my GameCube. Oh my gosh. Okay. You just gave me serious flashbacks. I used to watch Danny Gonzalez all the time, and I just forgot. I just completely forgot about him. What a good man. He's somebody I wouldn't mind meeting either. I feel like I'm not one of those people who's really creepily stalkered into famous people, but I do want to meet them at least once in my life. It's kind of like a bucket list thing. I would like to meet him. He's a good man. He makes me laugh. I do remember that song. It's a very good song. I still gotta meet you, Avengers. You're a famous person I would like to meet. Honestly though, like I would kill something small like a carrot. I would kill to meet any of you guys. Just like because it's like I know you guys on my stream, but I never get to meet you in real life. That's why I hope I can meet all of you guys one day, at least once, through like a convention or something. I stalked you for your SpongeBob ROMs, right? Alright, so here we go. This is my explanation. So we did trace this boot on, we traced the boot on here, and if you used a black colored pencil or like a marking pencil or marking chalk, that's fine. But if you used a Sharpie like me, you don't want the Sharpie to be part of this. So instead of cutting like over here, like I need to bring this camera closer for a second. Alright, so if this is marking chalk, that's fine. You can just cut over here, leave a nice seam allowance. But if not, you need to cut this out. You don't want this Sharpie in your pattern. So I'm actually just gonna cut just on the inside of it. Just on the inside, like here, to cut it out. And that will make your stocking slightly smaller. So, as long as you know what you're doing with your pattern, it'll be fine. But, by doing that, just be aware that you gotta make this, the top of your stocking a little bit smaller also. But that's fine. I'll show you how to keep it even if you want to do that, like... Yeah, right. Okay, so... Frankly, I just wanted to talk to you because I thought you were cool. And, you also got me into the idea of, I want to play SpongeBob games now. So, I was like, how can I talk to this person without being a super creep? And then later on, I was like, you know what? I need this ROM. Oh, darn, I can't find this ROM anywhere. And it's true, I really couldn't find the ROM, but I did use that to my advantage. I was like, oh, darn, can't find this ROM. Better ask this person that, I know has this ROM, probably. Shoot. It's a lot better if you have to contact someone if you have an actual reason to, rather than just like, you're cool. I don't want to be a creep, you know? Okay, so again, if you want to use, big scissors, big sewing scissors, totally fine. I just like my little ones. I feel like I have better control. But, depending on what it is, like if it's minky, and I'm doing a nice long line, definitely these. Minky is a lot easier with the big scissors, in my opinion, most of the time. But with faux furs, I don't want to cut the fibers, so either I'll use like the little scissors, or I'll just do little baby snips with the big ones. Joke's on you, I like Sharpie lines on my stocking. Yeah, this is not gonna be your stocking then. Oh! I find that hard to believe, Avengers. But I don't have a lot of friends in my area, which I've mentioned before. Not trying to get sympathy or anything, but it's just a true fact that, I've moved around a lot for school, so I just don't have a lot of friends that live near me. So I'll just want to be like, hey, you want to play a game? And there's no one to ask, unless it's like online. Like to do a local co-op, like couch game. The only one I would ask is like Fel or my sister, and we're all on different schedules because of our work and school schedules and stuff. And my brother, but you know, he's got school, he's busy, he lives at my parents' house, he doesn't live with me. It's like anytime I want to play a game with someone or just kind of hang out, watch a movie, there's no one around. So that's part of the reason I got into streaming, because I'm a lonely loser. I don't have a lot of friends in the area. So I'm sure it's like that, where you've got some friends, but they're just not easy to access. You have your cousins, but otherwise, oh! I still find that hard to believe. I feel like we should both just get out more. Like, we should try to maybe meet up, like, with a church group or something, or, that's my only idea. Church group. How else do you make friends? Oh, there's a guy at Taco Bell I'm starting to get to know, because I go to Taco Bell all the time. He's got some sick tattoos. Okay, so one day I went to Taco Bell, and, this he's got a lot of tattoos on his arms. He's pretty cool. I mean, he's got, like, a single earring. Pretty chill guy. But one day, I went to Taco Bell, and something was down with their registers, and they could only accept cash that day. And because of that, there was no one in line, and the poor workers were just bored to tears, so I just kind of hung out at the window and chatted with several workers at once. Because they were bored, and I was bored. It was just funny. So it gives me the idea that there are people in my area, I just don't know how to meet new people. I mean, I've been to fur meets, and that's fun. But, the fur meet near me, the closest fur meet near me is in... Well, I probably shouldn't say where, but it's about 40 minutes away, so it's not super close. I just don't know how to meet people really close to me, because it's not like I go to school anymore, you know? Like, I don't go out other than to go to the store and buy more fursuit supplies, so it's like, if I want to meet new people, I have to be extrovert. I gotta go out and do it on my own, and it's scary. And I don't know how, also. Like, how do you make friends? How do you do that? I don't know how. I'll just Twitch stream. Which is really cool, but, I've gotten so many friends since streaming, like, it makes me super happy. But I still have to find some in my area. It's like it's a ruthless cycle. I'm so glad to have friends now. But I need more in my area. In case we want to go shopping, you know? I've got this huge mall near me, and what's the fun in going out if you're alone? I mean, I got Mr. Woofs. I bring Mr. Woofs everywhere. We're almost done cutting this out, I swear. We're at the toe here. We're so close. Yeah, I feel like I'm an extrovert, but I'm also an introvert. I feel like I'm more of an introvert, to be honest. Like, the only time I socialize all day is whenever I do, streams. And I only can stream for, like, 2 hours max every day. It's just weird. I can't decide whether I'm extrovert or introvert, but I still feel like I'm an introvert. Okay, there's just red fur everywhere now. Look at that. Stocking! I like him. He's good. And I don't even have to shave it because it's already short. I guess if you have long fur, you can shave it if you want to, but it's probably optional. I'm sure it'll look fine whatever you do. Or if you want to use fleece, you don't even have to use fur. If you want to use fleece or minky, velboa, honestly, anything would look good. It's just a stocking, you know? Use whatever you want. I think this is one of my favorite things ever, because you can make it into whatever design you want. Alright, there's just fur everywhere. This is out of control. Yeah. Go to drive-thru. Boom. Friends. Water. I never drink enough when I'm streaming. And then I get dehydrated and I'm like, why am I thirsty? I give off introvert vibes. Yeah, I feel that. That's probably it. I wonder if it's more of a streamer thing to be an introvert or an extrovert. I'm kind of curious. Because most streamers that I see, I assume they're extroverts. Because to be a streamer, you kind of have to be at least social to a point, right? That's kind of a question I'll probably never have the answer to. Like, how many streamers are actually introverts? I met so many streamers at MFF at that Twitch streaming panel. It was so cool. Tons of people who just enjoy, like, chatting, playing games, making friends. It was so cool. I mean, it was cool that I was in my fursuit. I wish I wasn't at that moment. Would have been easier to talk to people. But I still had a great time, and I met a lot of people. And MFF, when we were there, they took a picture of the board. Like, they had everybody write their Twitch handles on a board, and then they posted that. So if you're looking for some furry Twitch streamers, you go to the MFF page. They do have that photo that you can look up all those people's Twitch handles. So that's really cool. Please, I need to understand what minky fur is. So minky fur is just, it's super short fur, like ultra short, basically almost non-existent. If you have something that's ultra soft, it's probably either minky or plush. Let's see here. I've got some stuffed animals. Pink urchin. Is this a... No, that's minky. So here's my pink urchin, or pinch urchin, I don't know. Anything that's like super short fur, like, actually, this might be plush. It's kind of hard to tell. Shiny Celebi. This one's minky for sure. You can kind of see the really short fur. I don't even know what this is. It's kind of mid-quality. Well, I know that this is... Yeah, this is fleece? Weird. Okay, so yeah, his face is fleece, but, this scarf here is definitely purple minky. Super short fur. I love this boy. I should play Chocobo's Dungeon again. That was one of my favorite games. And I've been wanting to go as a black mage for a convention for a long time, but I just never made the costume yet. That's what your child is made out of. Yeah, it's one of the softest fabrics ever. Pure plush. Now that I think about it, I think that's what this guy is. It's like, it almost looks like a fur, but it looks more like dots, like lots of little dots. If it has like a short pile, then it's minky. Otherwise, it's just pure plush. Yeah, and they're both the softest you could possibly find. So anything super soft is usually those. I love that. I see a lot of Baby Yoda everywhere. I think it's cute. Of course, I don't understand it because I don't know the first thing about Star Wars, but I kind of gotta get into Star Wars. I know that's a cursed thing for me to say, as somebody who has a completely illogical grudge against Star Wars, but hear me out. Hang on. Hold that thought. Okay, we have both sides of these cut out, so now I'm going to start tracing the pattern of the top of the stocking onto our white fur. So that's what I'm going to start doing now. Alright, yeah, so hear me out. I better start the story from the beginning, yeah? Alright, so years ago, and I don't get to go on vacation very often. It's very, very infrequent that I go on vacation. But I would say this was maybe freshman year of college, and I'm old, so 2014, maybe? I think it was, yeah, I was on a break. I don't know if it was summer or Christmas break, some break, in 2014. And, I went to Disney, and I was like, boy, I sure love breaks. I sure love Disney. And I don't get to go very often, but they had the coolest thing ever. It was in Hollywood Studios, they had this animation building, and I was like, because obviously, I mean, you guys know I was in animation. I have a deep-seated background in animation, but I love animation. All the things related to it, it made me so happy. They had a whole building dedicated to seeing the background processes behind these animated films, and they also had some characters there. Like, I met Wreck-It Ralph and Vanellope there. That was cool. My friend who went at a different time than me, they got to meet Baymax, and I was like, and they had a whole section of like these light tables where you could like trace things and draw, and it was just cool. Okay, like, it's all stuff that you can find online, but boy, it was the coolest thing ever. I could not wait to go back. And yeah, I've told you this sad story. Then, like, I think it was like 3 years later or something, I got the chance to go back to Disney. I was like, oh boy, first stop, first thing I gotta do, the one thing I wanted to see, Art of Animation building. And boy, I went to Hollywood Studios, and they tore it down and replaced it with Star Wars stuff. And that day forward, I had a really deep-seated hatred of Star Wars. And I've never watched Star Wars. There's no reason I should hate it, but it made me so sad. And I was very sad that day. My parents went with me. It was a family trip. We went together. They bought me ice cream. I was just sad, sitting there eating my ice cream. It was the most pitiful thing ever. So yeah, I'm kind of over it now, but I'm still kind of not at all, actually. Alright, so this part, I'm actually gonna cut this into 2 parts, because the fact that this isn't a perfect rectangle makes me a little bit worried that if I cut it into like one long rectangle, it might mess up the pattern. So I'm actually just gonna cut it, flip it, and then cut another one, because I'd rather just sew the 2 edges together than accidentally mess it up. So, and yeah, I'm gonna use the Sharpie again. I feel like if you use the Sharpie the first time around, you should do it second time around too. Yeah, either way, I'm gonna trace this, flip it, trace it, and make sure that you know which way is up. Like, for me, this way is up, so. Wait, I gotta check that. I'm gonna check that before I cut it out. I guess I should have, drawn an arrow anyways. I was like, nah, I don't need the arrow. And now here I am. Yeah, I probably should have drawn the arrow. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly just draw the arrow before I make a mistake. Cool. Now I know for sure which way it goes. Yeah, I've never even watched, not Harry Potter, because I saw you say Harry Potter. Never even watched Star Wars. I've tried. I watched first half of the original first movie, which somebody told me is 4? I don't get it, but, I was bored to tears, but maybe it's just because I started in a bad spot. I don't know. I feel like I should give it another shot and, let go of my dumb hatred for no reason. It's been enough years, right? Surely I can get over my petty, feelings. I've never seen anything Harry Potter before, so I have a thing too. How have you not seen anything Harry Potter? What? That's probably what you're thinking about me right now. Have you not seen anything Star Wars? How did you get this far in life? All right, I agree. We both need to watch the other things. Watch Clone Wars. It's better. What's the difference? Like, I also know there's like an animated thing. I remember that was on TV at some point. Between Ninja Turtles and gosh, I don't even remember. That was the era where 3D animated cartoon like kids shows started to be a thing. Oh, Penguins of Madagascar. I used to watch that one. That used to be on the same channel. I never cared for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is hilarious because I'm a furry. You'd think I would really like it. Alright, I'm actually gonna... I traced both of these, like, both sides of these. I'm actually gonna label which side was the back, just by writing a B on there. Woo! There he is. I just want to make sure I don't mix up these, because they're a little bit different shape. Honestly, I mean, it'd probably be fine if I just did a perfectly symmetrical long rectangle and just folded it. It probably would be fine, but I'm just following the pattern here. We'll see how well it goes. You've just never cared, I don't know. Well, okay, see, the thing is, very soon, I was just about to start a Harry Potter game Let's Play, so if you like hanging out with me in my streams, you're gonna end up doing a little bit of Harry Potter exploration with me, so maybe I should play a Star Wars game without ever having watched a movie. We'll see how well that goes. Clone Wars is the animated thing. Okay. They take place in different time periods and are very different. The universe is just too large. I can't keep up, man. I mean, I guess I never tried, but it's like, it's such it's a franchise that has gotten so huge that it's like, I don't even know where I would begin. Kind of like, Lord of the Rings? I don't even know where to begin with that either. I mean, I guess I could just start with the first one, but now there's like prequels and I guess Lord of the Rings isn't as confusing. It's a little confusing though. Oh, you know, well, I guess you would know this more than anyone. One that's confusing to start with if you don't know where to start. The entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. I had to Google that because, boy, I had no idea where to start with that. Like, that was confusing. I'm pretty sure I started with Captain America. Which I think Captain America and the first Avengers are my favorite out of all those movies. You watch your YouTube friend Chester play Harry Potter games. I'm always lost. Yeah. It's definitely a huge world. Like, there's a lot of world building in the first, like, 3 movies. So it's like, or 3 books, movies, whatever. So yeah, if you don't know any of that, jumping into a game that gives you no context, I can see why you'd be confused. Someday we'll walk you through the deep Star Wars lore. First Avenger is your favorite. Okay, I definitely thought you said Fortnite. I had to read that twice. You know what my favorite MCU movie is? Fortnite. Yeah, that's a really good film. I'm trying to remember the other ones. I've never seen any Hulk movies at all. I'm pretty sure that there are some. Actually, I mean, I'm positive there are some, but I've never seen them on any kind of streaming website or in any store that sells DVDs. I've just never, ever come across any kind of Hulk film, ever. So I don't even know where to begin with that. Like, of course, if it crossed my mind, I could just Google it, but I cannot remember. You literally just turned on Fortnite. Stop stalking me. Okay, so my brother, He's in the marching band, and I basically stalk him because what else am I supposed to do? I'm just there. You want me to sit in the bleachers and be bored? So whenever they do like marching down like a street or something, I'll just go with them. And I mean, he gets lost within crowds of the band people and like just the other people watching all the time. But I always find him somehow. And so I said, man, I would make a good stalker. Take that out of context. Clover believes she would be a good stalker. Post that on the social, on all the news websites. Like, Universal owns the Hulk movie. Oh, that's stupid. That makes it a little harder. No wonder I haven't seen it on, like, Disney Plus or something. I kind of feel like they should buy it, the rights to that, because that's kind of something that, you know, like, that's kind of something that they should probably own. It kind of goes along with the other ones, but it's probably not worth the money for them, honestly. Like, I don't know the first thing about the Hulk other than, he's a strong boy, and he's green. But I'm sure they'll make a new movie about the Hulk. They always make new movies about things like that. I'm sure there will be a new one eventually. Okay, so we got the tops of our little pieces here. So now comes the part where I gotta decide, do I want to sew the tops on like this and then sew the two parts together, or do I want to sew the whites and then the reds and then sew it together? I think I will sew the top on first, because if we sew it the other way around, like I have a ring of white and then I have to get it'll be like a rounded pattern that I have to try to stitch onto here. It'll just be harder overall. So let's instead sew the white pieces on, and then it'll be just two flat patterns. A lot easier to sew together than a ring of white and then the ring of red. That would be harder. I mean, obviously completely doable, but alright, where's this? Okay. So to make sure I put the right piece on here, remember how we wrote a B on there for the back? I'm gonna make sure these pieces match up. Alright. So there's this one, and then this one. I wrote back on there, so it must be the back. Yeah, okay, good. Cool. So here's our first half here. So this is probably like a super fun project, man. Like, I love this, making a stocking, because you can do it in whatever shape, design, pattern you want. You don't even have to use fur. You can use fleece, flannel, anything, cotton, and it'll look good. I mean, you can put pipe cleaners, bells, lights. You can just decorate it to your heart's content, and it's not even a hard project either. It's just something that would be super fun and easy for anyone to do, like a one-day Christmas project just for fun. Of course, if you wanted to take a time, you could stretch it out to a few days. But I like holiday projects that are easy, because sometimes you start to get bored of them after a few days, but I still want to do a holiday project. It's just perfect. I love stocking making. It's fun. Avengers, can I use the skin of my enemies? All right, fine. If that's how you want to do it. It's a creative process after all, right? All right, so now I just gotta, I'm tucking the fur down out of the way. I'm trying to, see, I can't see the screen unless I lean over. There we go, okay. Yeah, so just try to line it up as even as you can here. And I like to start in the middle, but you could start on the ends if you want, however you want. Just pinch it up towards you like this, and pin it. Or clip it. I like clips. I think when you're working with faux fur, clips is, like, amazing. But I've still seen people working with pins, so you do you! Alright. Nice. Alright, I'll show you guys just a second. Okay. There we go. So yeah, if you want to do it, you just... I like to put my finger in there, tuck it in the fur the best I can, and then pinch it and pin it. Or use binder clips, too. If you don't have, like, sewing clips, I've used binder clips. It works the same. It's just a little bit, like, harder to push, because you know those binder clips are very strong things. Yeah. Tucking in the fur, that's a fun part, isn't it? I say, crying. Alright. Oh, I just realized. I even mentioned Mr. Woofs earlier, but he's not even... Come here. He's not even up here. He's supposed to be with me at all times. There we go. So what do you guys want for Christmas? Assuming you celebrate Christmas, are you gonna ask for a specific thing? Cause I know some of my friends are getting the Diamond and Pearl remake. Spider-Man comes out this week? I didn't know that! What the? That's way sooner than I thought it would be. Okay, so I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I am an avid fan. I've seen like all of the cartoons. I've seen the older movies, but I have not seen any of the new Spider-Man. Like any of the new Spider. I don't even know his name. The new guy. Ask me how that's possible, because I love Spider-Man. Oh, that's cute. And it was just this exact moment that I realized I pinned this wrong. Ah! Alright. So the problem is, when you have a stocking like this, you're supposed to fold it down after. So essentially, I pinned it upside down and probably backwards too. Streaming logic, right? When I stream, I can't do it right. I always forget something or another. Alright. Let's try again. Glad I noticed that before I started sewing it, though. Alright, here's the boot. And I want it to end up like this. Okay, that's better. That's more like it. Like this. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, now let's pin it and sew it. Boy! It wouldn't be a CloverCat stream if I didn't mess up something. But usually I'll sew it first, and then I have to get out the seam ripper. It's just like such a pain. To stop feeling pain. Ugh. I need to watch those movies. I like Spider-Man. I have no idea how I have not seen those newer films yet. Sorry I have to repin this. Hopefully you guys noticed the mistake and didn't copy me. I'm sorry. That's the one problem with making stuff live on stream, is if anybody wants to copy and follow along with me, it's like, if I mess up, I probably messed you up too. And I'm sorry about that. It's a learning process. I wonder if I would have messed up still, though, if I was, live or not. No, I probably still would have messed up. Probably. Because sometimes I make more mistakes when I'm live, because I don't focus as much. Because I'm focused on, also giving a decent, chat with you guys, but... Alright. So I did it. This time, though, problem is that the white is a little bit too off-center. So give me just a second to recenter this so that it's properly scooched. Scooch over. Oh, you have your ticket. Nice. That's good. I need to watch those films. I really want to experience Spider-Man. Hey, Peter. Yeah, so one of my cat's names is named Peter. So we have fun with that. I'll just go up to him, I'll pet him, I'll say, hey, Peter. Or, hello, Peter. Just, yeah. See, we we have a few cats. We got them at the same time because they were all kittens. They all got born at the same time, obviously. They were one litter. So, anyways, we named one of them Peter and one of them Piper. Yeah. Oh, okay, I was like, I don't get it. That's what you want for Christmas. To stop feeling pain. That's like, Santa, I want you to bring me antidepressants. Alright, that's better. That's a lot better. Over here, there we go. Much better. Okay. Cool. So let's pin the other... Well, should we pin it or should we sew it? I kind of want to sew it. We'll sew it and then we'll pin the other one up. Back to the sewing machine where you guys can't see anything. My favorite. Sorry guys, but I'm getting a capture card before I get another camera, so it's still gonna be a little while. There we go. Because I want to play Shadow the Hedgehog. Legit. I'm so excited. It's such a cursed game, and I just want to play it live with you guys. It's just the fact that I own it. I just want to do it on console, you know? I given the choice, on console feels more legitimate. It feels more fun, like it's real. I don't know. I'd prefer not to use an emulator if I had to, but just gotta get a capture card. Okay. At this point, I don't even mind if I don't get an HDMI one. Right now, I kind of just need like an AV, like the 3-color, not AV, composite. I think it's called composite. I need a composite one. Alright, so you guys don't have to stare at my pants. Let's go to one cam for a moment. So you see what I have to deal with. I can't see the stream unless I get in a very specific spot because this is the overhead camera in my face. Product placement, am I right? I wonder, you're gonna have to tell me if it's any good. I'm sure it'll be good. I mean, it's Spider-Man. What could go wrong? Although, they used, oh god, what's her name? That one actress for Mary Jane, and I think that's really weird. What's her name? Zendaya or Zendaya? Zendaya? They used her for, is it Mary Jane, I think they did? At least that's what I saw in the commercial. And I think that's bizarre. That is very strange, okay? Yeah, Zendaya, okay. That's really weird for me. I don't like that. Because it's not her fault, but she just doesn't look like the character Mary Jane. Mary Jane is known to have, like, bright red hair. She's very, very white. It's not her fault, but I just think she was miscast, you know? I really think they should have been more, careful to try to get somebody who really reflects the comics more. But her name isn't even Mary... What?! Why is her name not Mary Jane? What the heck? See, that bothers me. Almost everything about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I was like, yes. Except this Spider-Man related stuff. I don't like Venom / God, what's his name? Eddie Brock. I don't like what they did with... I mean, okay, I like Spider-Man, but I don't like Mary Jane. Like, why? Why they gotta mess up the MCU like this for me? I mean, the rest of it was great. Something about those few things. It always makes me uncomfortable when, those few instances where, Eddie Brock is way older than Spider-Man. That's just really weird for me. I don't know why. I like it better when they're the same age. Maybe I mean, obviously that's a personal preference. Sorry guys, hang on just a sec. Alright. Something tells me I did this wrong. Because feels like I made a mistake somewhere, because you're not usually getting the hard edge. I think I messed it up. I did. Ah! Okay, guys. I'm definitely putting this in the description on YouTube to not follow the mistake parts. I'll put like the time code or something of the part where I actually get it right, because I definitely messed up again. Let me get this prepared and I'll explain what I did. She goes by MJ. That's that's weird. Do they at least call her Mary Jane once? At least once? Alright, guys. Here we go. So I kind of figured it out, right? It looks good. Problem is, look at this unfinished edge at the top here. And you know why that is? You're supposed to tuck this in. It's supposed to be the other way. Okay, so it's supposed to be like this. I'm supposed to sew it like this so that when you flip this over, the seam is hidden. I'm not that smart, okay? So we're gonna do the other one correctly, and then we're gonna, unstitch this one, and everything will be fine. We came so close, too. So basically, the way this looks here, let me go into 2cam again. The way this looks here is correct, except, the seam is supposed to be on the other side. Not here, but here. Yeah, here I was like thinking, oh, I almost sewed it wrong, and I was like, boy, I'm so smart that I figured it out before sewing it wrong this time, and then and then I didn't actually. Michelle Jones. What? What are they doing to my Spider-Man? All right, maybe I'm just dumb. But none of the comics I've ever read, ever, had a Michelle Jones. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm stupid. But I'm very confused. Yeah. Okay, so this goes like this. That goes like this, right? Okay. But we don't want to sew the seam flat on top. We need the seam to be hidden. So I'm going to open it. I'm going to pull it towards me like this. And this is where we're going to pin it. Okay. We got this, guys. We got this. I'm only a little bit of an idiot, okay? Is it okay to say that you're only a little bit of an idiot? Because if you say that, I feel like that's just proof that you're a full-on idiot. Okay, so if we pin it here, then when we're done, it'll look like this. No seam. I mean, obviously, we're not making a liner, like an inside liner for this. If we did, it would just be another, I mean, you'd cut out a liner fabric and you would put it on this side. Like, I guess we could do another one with a liner if you guys wanted, but should we make a liner? It's not that hard. Let me think. Alright, I will go look. I will see if I have any minky that'll look good. And if we do, I'll make a liner. Because this is where you would sew it in. You would sew, you'd cut out 2 more of these in the liner fabric, stitch them together all the way around except the top, and then this is where you would put it. You would put it right here, in between, sandwich it. So it would be this one, the liner, and then the fluff. And then you would sew it. And then, yeah. I guess we'll do a liner. I'm feeling it. Dumb movie choice. Probably Sony's doing. Yeah! Somebody messed up. Somebody chose a very bad idea. Alright, hang on just a second, guys. I gotta dig through my furs. This isn't even a lot of furs over here. I've only got a few. Okay, I have white. I have white. That's all I have. Okay, white is fine. White would make a nice liner, don't you think? I think that'll be fine. Alright, Mr. Wuffs, you just sit up here for a second. Alright, yeah, so let's make a nice liner. So here's some minky. Here's minky for you. Really soft, really short. Makes a huge mess when you cut it. That's how you know it's minky. Alright, so I'm gonna cut out 2 of these. And I gotta make sure the fur is facing the right way, of course, because it still is fur. You want to make sure it's facing the right way. I always have this on hand. Doesn't matter what suit I'm making. I need white minky because I'm always needing it for, like, teeth and a lot of the time claws, to be honest. But at the very least, always teeth. Alright. So I know this is a bit zoomed in for you guys, and I'm sorry about that. But I don't want to move back to the floor, and I think it's pretty obvious what I'm doing here, so. Alright, so make sure it's straight. Again, you can follow the lines on the backing of the fabric. And this time, I'm going to go with... I better go with the Sharpie again. I don't usually do the Sharpie on Minky. Well, shoot, I don't want to use the Sharpie on the Minky. Alright, I'll use the colored pencil. But I just gotta be aware that I have to cut it a little bit smaller because the whole stocking ended up being a tiny bit smaller just because of how I used the Sharpie earlier. So to match that, if the liner is too big, because of that, the liner might be too big, if you know what I mean. So I gotta make sure I cut this a little bit smaller. So even though I'm not using a Sharpie, I'm still gonna make sure I make it the same size. So I'm still going to cut it a little bit smaller. I hope that makes sense. I'm a really bad explainer-er. Alright. The reason I don't like using a Sharpie on Minky, I think it's quite overkill. Okay, so I traced it one side, like, now I'm just going to flip it over, trace the other. Yeah, I kind of just need to watch the Spider-Man movies, I guess. That's what it sounds like to me, because I'm way behind. And I really like Spider-Man. I haven't even finished the PS4 game. I didn't get very far in that, actually. And the reasoning for that is because, as embarrassing as this is, I'm awful at it. I am terrible at it. I kept dying during, like, one of the first few fights in, like, that building that Fisk was hiding in. That's, like, one of the very first fights. Like, I'm awful. I'm awful. And I mean, it was only on normal difficulty, but I don't want to go on easy difficulty. But I want to experience the story, so that, I mean, that's, I guess, why there is easy difficulty, but that hurts my pride, man. I don't want to have to go down to easy difficulty on a Spider-Man game. Like, I gotta finish it. Dude! I barely even began. But I spent so many hours as a kid on Spider-Man 3 for the Wii. That one was one of the very few games that I also must say I think was a good choice for motion controls. Oh wow, I really messed up this pattern. It slid. Alright, I gotta try again, hang on. Because some people might have hated it, but personally, I thought it was really cool. Because you have the Wii remote in one hand and the nunchuck in the other, and you have to swing it and hit B or swing it and hit Z when you wanted to swing. So it felt really cool. Like, obviously this was a long time ago when they made that Wii game, but it felt really legit. Like, that was the closest feeling to feeling like you were actually a superhero in any game I had played up till that point. And that made me happy. Again, another game I want to play on stream, but this time probably not with motion controls. Just because I feel like over time I would get very tired of it. I feel like as a kid you have more patience, maybe. Oh, what do I want? I didn't even see that, LOL. Gosh, I don't know. I mean, this is a really embarrassing answer, but I want an iron. It's really hard to do what I need to do, and I just haven't put down the money for an iron yet. Alright, if I was cutting out something with really delicate details with this Minky, I'd use this tiny scissors. But, since it's big, big shapes, big scissors. Big scissors on Minky. Makes it so much easier. Alright. I don't know. I don't even know what I would want. I guess I would want a new game. Maybe something just to do on the holiday weekend. I mean, a lot of my family is sick right now. I wish I had the choice to just, like, make everyone healthy for Christmas. That would be pretty cool. I'm just so sick of it. Like, I mean, it's one after the other. Everybody in my family is just very ill. Like, it's just sad. Yeah, but as far as objects go, I mean, the only thing I really need is an iron, but, I mean, now that I'm an adult, I gotta just buy whatever I need these days, so it's like, I don't even know what to ask for. I don't need anything other than an iron. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Get it? I have no idea. I'm sure there's tons of stuff I don't need that I would love. Ooh, I've been wanting... This is so stupid. I've been wanting, like, a wand holder for my Ravenclaw wand for a long time. Well, it's not really like a Ravenclaw wand. It's like a Harry Potter, wand that I got when I was at Universal Studios years ago. I don't remember which one it was, but it's really cool. And I wanted, like, a Ravenclaw stand. Because I know they make those, and it's really cool. But it's something, like, completely unnecessary. That's why I've never bought it for myself. Gosh, what else? Yeah, probably just, like, a game or something. Something to keep me busy. Yeah. Maybe like a Lego set. Maybe like Lego Ninjago. Oh, I love Lego Ninjago. I have the same problem where I just buy stuff. Right? It's hard to not. Okay, so here's our soft side. It looks really nice. Minky, it tends, depending on where you got it, how it was folded, it tends to get, like, creases, and there's not much you can do about it. And I don't know if you guys can even see it, but there are a few, like, crease lines here. Since it's the inner liner, it totally, I don't care at all. It does not matter. And I'm a perfectionist, so if it mattered, you would know. I would not allow that, but this is completely fine for me, so I'm gonna leave that. But normally, if I'm making something like fursuit paws, teeth, anything that's actually very important, yeah, creased fabric is not gonna do it for me. So normally, before I cut something out of Minky, I'll flip it over, look at the soft side, make sure there's no lines, like right here. You probably can see. That's not great. So it can be hard to cut out some larger stuff out of Minky if it's a particularly folded up fabric. I want Legos but money. Yo, I feel that. I feel that. Legos are so fun. I was just talking about how, like, building stuff is awesome. Yeah, if only they weren't so expensive. Like, I remember as a kid, I wanted this castle set so bad, and eventually I did get it, which is awesome, but, it was $100, and boy, that is a lot of money, especially for a kid, but, like, thinking about it now, with inflation, it would be $200, easy, that same set. What was it? I don't even remember the series. I've been playing so much of Lego Knights Kingdom that, I can't remember. I think it was just Lego Knights or something. Okay, I know there was, like, a Lego Castle set. It was just called Lego Castle, and it was, like, mostly grays, and it had, like, blue, like a blue lion as, like, the main, like, the main color thing. But the set I collected was after that. It was just Lego Knights, I think? The Knight's Castle? Probably. That's what it sounds like. It was gray, and it had, like, red as a theme. So, it was, like, red, and I think it was either griffins or lions. I feel like it was some kind of griffin or hippogriff or something. Probably a griffin. But, yeah, I'd have to Google it. I don't remember. I think it was Knights, but I collected every set in that series, and it's the only Lego set series that I really got into. Like, the ones that I wanted to collect, every single one. Yeah, and now I'm curious. It probably was the red, I know it was red, so it was probably just Lego Knights. That's my guess. Maybe I'll Google it after I'm done cutting out this liner. I really like medieval castle related stuff. Skyrim was a lot of fun for me. Because of that. I really like medieval things. It's just fun. It's just a good aesthetic, I think. I don't know. So later on in life when I started playing D&D, oh yeah. So up my alley, so fun. Skyrim was actually the first adult game I ever played. It wasn't GTA like most kids. It was Skyrim, and that was terrifying. Not just because it was very violent and yeah. But also, believe it or not, terrifying because at the time I was used to like not that great games that I didn't know. I didn't know at the time that the games I played weren't that great. I'm talking like Open Season for GameCube or Madagascar. That's actually kind of a good one, but Over the Hedge for GameCube. Like I didn't own the greatest games out there. So when I played Skyrim for the first time, this was an open world game where bad guys could sneak up behind you, and I had to actually have like 360 like I just had to be aware of my surroundings. It wasn't like any kind of go to point A or go to point B game. I mean, there's a lot more to it. It was the most in-depth game I had ever played, and it was scary to me. And yeah, I'll never forget that was my first adult game. I miss when $100 Lego sets were good, right? Okay, I got a really cool Lego set that it was like you can look it up if you want. It was Spider-Man. It was like a Venom set, but it was a Velociraptor, I think, or a T-Rex. It was like, I haven't built it yet. I bought it already, but I haven't built it yet, so I don't remember. But that was a pretty cool set. But the thing is, I thought it was gonna be $40, and it was $80. So yeah, it just, compared to that Lego castle I had, that was only $100. Comparing it to this new Spider-Man set I got that was $80, it's just like you feel like you get nothing now. Okay, so I pinned these together with the soft minky side on the inside. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully I make this right. I'm very scared I'm gonna mess up. I mean, what could possibly go wrong, right? Right? That's why usually when I get a pattern right, I'll write down what I did. I'll give myself very specific directions so that next time I do the pattern, I know how to do it. Alright, so it will go like this. I think this is how you do it. We're gonna try. Overpraised for less pieces. It sucks. And yes, exactly. Exactly. Isn't that sad? I really hate that. It's like, I understand that it's gotta be expensive for, I mean, it is quality pieces. You can't deny that it's very high quality, but even so, it's overpriced, in my opinion. Alright. So, you may remember, probably not, I was having trouble with my sewing machine. It's still having trouble! And I took it apart, I cleaned it all out. Oh, I'm worried. I don't want to have to get it serviced. It's not like it's an expensive machine. Might be better off just getting a new one. Because to get your sewing machine serviced, it's like probably the same price. Ooh, that's a good thing I could ask for Christmas. Not a sewing machine, but a capture card. That's something that I've been complaining about for the longest time. You know, even if I did get a capture card, though, I don't know where, well, I mean, if I had the money right now, I don't know where or what to buy. I mean, I can accept not owning an HDMI one just yet, because although I do want to stream some PS3 games, I'm not ready. I want to stream Shadow the Hedgehog. No, Sonic 06. I want to stream Sonic 06, because apparently I just can't get enough of those bad Sonic games. But, yeah, so that's PS3, so I would need an HDMI, capture card for that. But right now, I just want to get GameCube up and running, so if I could just get a composite, like the 3-color cord one. But honestly, I should probably do some research, because I don't even know which one I would buy. Or if they even do make mixed ones that have the 3-color and like a AV, not AV, what is it called? Like a coaxial, the thing that the Sega Genesis plugs into is like a cable cord. Or if you could also get if you could get one that had all three, like the cable cord and the composite and an HDMI, that would be the awesomest thing. But probably very expensive. Elgato is typically best, but it isn't composite anymore. Why? Why would they do that? That's like part of the reason people get capture cards. It's like they want me to suffer. Alright. Sorry guys, we're almost done here. The sewing machine part is never the most exciting. There's not a lot of Lego sets that are out right now that I'm really into. I mean, I liked a few of the Spider-Man ones, but... And I like some of the Ninjago ones, but none that I'm like, man, I need to own this right now. I wish they would bring back more, like, Knights or Kingdom ones. More castle sets. Oh, I want yours. I'll steal yours, Avengers. I'll steal your capture card. Sorry guys, hang on. I feel bad whenever I have to do the sewing machine part. Oh, well, I just realized something also. I can't even be done because I actually have to go over it again. It's the only thing you can do, you know? It doesn't matter if I'm making a fursuit or whatever, you gotta go over it twice. It's... As I've learned, if you want to be able to put something in the washing machine at least once, you gotta go over it at least twice. Alright. Silly me! Oh! You want the Mario 64 one, or whatever they do, amusement park sets. You're there for it. Yo! They made, did you see the Lego roller coaster one they made? That one was so cool! I don't remember how long ago that was, but I know that there is a Ferris wheel one that's out now still. Like, it's a Lego creator set, I think. I know, Fel got, what's it called, man? Mandalorian, maybe? I don't know what it's called. It's a big ship thing. He got that for his birthday just the other day, and I thought that was really cool. I don't know first thing about Star Wars, but it was cool. He hasn't built it yet, because he just got it. Yeah, Ninjago. Dude, Ninjago. Ninjago is so cool, man. I'm into that. Dude, the Mario ones are cool. I like the Mario ones. But do they have any Mario ones where he's like an actual like Lego minifigure? Because I think that would be way cooler. I just don't like the ones that are like I don't care for the big giant Lego Duplo Mario, you know? I just kind of wish they had like a regular size minifigure Mario set. Kind of like how Minecraft has the little sets. Oh, speaking of that, actually, the Minecraft ones are really cool, too. I like the Minecraft ones. Yeah, you want it too, I'm sorry. I know, it's a really cool set. And of course, I still don't know anything about it, but I looked at it, I was like, man, that is a cool spaceship. I'm stealing it from him. Okay, but he might beat you up. I just imagine him when he was modeling Spartan's fursuit for me. So I imagine him wearing Spartan and like the big orange husky just kind of beating you up. Just... Alright, so I need to finish a lot of games. I've started a lot of games, like, I think I have Sonic Forces going, I think I have... Why is Sonic Forces the only one I can remember? I think I have Sonic Forces going, and what's the other one? Sonic Adventure 2, yeah. But I can't remember what other games I have going. That might be it, honestly. My furry mind is violent. Oh, SpongeBob! Yes, I have the SpongeBob game going, of course. So, see, I already have 3 games going. Yeah, I forget the one that I'm doing a playthrough with you. That's terrible. I'm a bad person. But now that I finished Lego Knights Kingdom, I gotta decide if I want to do... I really want to do a Shrek game. I really want to do a Harry Potter game. Or I really want to do another Lego game. So now I can't decide. And I kind of really want to play Lego Island, but I also want to play, like, through some Harry Potter games. Like, I might start with the very, like, PS2 GameCube, Sorcerer's Stone. I never know whether to say Sorcerer or Philosopher, because I know Philosopher is correct, but... I don't know, man. I want to do all of them. Do Lego Island? I'm fine with that. This one guy made he patched Lego Island to have, like, he fixed the controls and the music, and that's so cool. So I cannot wait to try the Lego Island that's not messed up. Because I did try it once. I did try to make it run, and I had trouble. So maybe with this guy's mods, I can actually play it. If not, maybe I'll just do Lego kart racing. What is it called? Is it literally Lego Racers? That's what it was called. I have that. I have an emulator of that one. Okay, so I don't need to turn this inside out, but I will for just a second because it's soft. I just want to touch it. Okay. So yeah, leave this way. Because it's a liner, we don't have to turn it inside out. And if you have something that's like a liner, you always want to cut off the excess when you're done on the edge here, because otherwise you will be able to feel it. Like, okay, here's a nice stocking, right? And it has a nice liner in here. If your liner had a ton of excess on the inside, you'd be able to feel it, like if you were touching this. So to avoid that, just, let me see here. There we go. All this extra here, I would cut off. And you don't want to cut it too close to the seam, but Just close enough where it's not tons of extra. Like this. Yeah, so it's close, but not super close. It's doable. I had some friends... Growing up, I had some friends that, had access to some older games, so I got to play a few DOS games back in my day, and man, that was fun. And I would really like to get some more old Windows 98, Windows ME, and, even old DOS games running, because there's a lot of really good old PC games that lots of people just don't get the chance to experience, so if I could stream it or just do a Let's Play or something, then we could all enjoy it. So if, like, one person, me, puts forth the effort to figure out how to run these old games, then I think it would just benefit everyone. I think it would be awesome. Kind of like a... I appreciate it when people are able to save and record video game history. So even... I'm sure it wouldn't be hard to get ROMs of these games in the future. I'm sure they'll be saved, but how many people do you know actually go through the effort of actually getting, like, SpongeBob Operation Krabby Patty to run, you know? Like, that's one that's on my to-do list. So hopefully we can all enjoy that together eventually. Alright. Just still cutting off the excess here in case you wondered what I was doing. Alright. Yeah, so, apparently, according to Streamlabs OBS, what I'm using, I actually have a good number of viewers. It says 6 viewers. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for, watching. Even if you're not in chat, I appreciate it. I like hanging out with you guys. Otherwise, I would just be talking to myself in this room, and then Fel would be worried about me. But whether you're talking in the chat or not, I know you're there, so it's nice. I like talking with you guys. And if you're on YouTube watching this later, hi! Nice to meet you. Uh-oh. I might be lagging? That's not good. Let me click this button. There we go, okay. So if I'm worried, if the stream looks like it might be cutting out, I can start recording it. So at least on YouTube I have, the full recording. So there's that! YouTube gets the director's cut of CloverCat's streams. I don't know why it says connecting to chat. That makes me worried. I'm worried that I'm offline right now. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna screech. Fel! Are you online? I'm gonna see if he's online. Oh, shoot. He didn't answer. He must be in the other room. Or watching something with his headphones. Dang it. Well, I hope I'm online. I'm sorry. Sorry if I'm not. Speaking of which, if you guys have any game ideas that you'd really like me to play, especially of the older kind, like, I'm really into GameCube, PS2 era, let me know. If you guys, I mean, tell me in the chat here, tell me in the YouTube comments, like, something that's really nostalgic for you, or maybe something you've never played before, but you want to know what it's about. Just let me know, because I love games. I love everything they stand for. All the work that people put into to make these experiences, and I just want to experience them the way that people designed them to be experienced. With friends! So, yeah, if you have any ideas for games, let me know. I don't know why it still says connecting to chat. That really makes me a bit concerned. Maybe I should end the stream. Because I'm kind of concerned here. Let me check my internet. Ah! I tried to lean on the desk and I fell off. That's embarrassing. Alright, what is something I can Google really fast? SpongeBob. And I spelled it wrong. No, I'm offline! Dang! Okay, that's not great. That's not great. What do I do? What do I do? I guess I'll try to connect to my phone. If I can find my phone. Where's my phone? I can't find anything. I'm suffering, man. Today the internet is just hating me. And you know why? Because it's Saturday night. I'm pretty sure everybody's using the internet, and everybody in our building, whatever, I feel like has to share the internet. I'm not exactly sure how it works. Hi. It says I'm connected. Okay. Alright, guys. BRB. I guess I'm just gonna restart my computer, because I don't know what else to do.